are you? It's good to see you. And thank you for being a great follower of these videos that we're bringing out. And I believe that your marriage is also being encouraged and supported. Today, I want to look at the whole topic of how you can navigate your marriage in the world we live in today. How do you navigate your marriage? Someone said that marriage is like a submarine. It is only safe if you get all the way inside. You see, under the sea, the pressure is amazing. The pressure is amazing. It's a lot of pressure. You need to be in, and of course, there's no air the lower you go. Oxygen is not there. So you need to really be in an environment where you can get sufficient oxygen and something that is closer to what you have out here. So unless you are protected in this casket of that is called the submarine, you'll be finished. And the moment either spouse moves out of this enclosure and you begin to wander by yourself, you will kill your marriage. See, marriage is about, you start with marrying the person you love and gets into learning to love the person you married. I've always wondered how come that we marry someone and within a couple of years, they are not the people we wanted to marry. We fail to realize that situations change, circumstances change, and relationships are dynamic. We are imperfect people, but we are expecting people to be perfect, which is impossible. Romans chapter 12 and verse 9 says that we must understand that love must be genuine. We must refuse what is evil and hold on to what is good. Genuineness speaks about authenticity. Love must be authentic. Love must be real. Love must be genuine. In 1 John chapter 4 and verse 19, we are told that we love because God loved us. So our measure of the authenticity of our love, the genuineness of our love, is the way God loved. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 13, it talks about three things. He says, so now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, but the greatest of these is love. That in the midst of having faith and hope that we are going to make it, that we are going to fight the good fight in winning the battles that we face, we have to understand that the greatest among the things that help us survive is love. A loving heart is a strengthened heart. So let me capture a few things that I believe will help us navigate, therefore, this love life through this difficult world that we face. The first thing is to embrace realistic expectations. Embrace realistic expectations. See, a wrong path of expectations is found like in Genesis chapter 3. Here is a couple that Adam and Eve, who are supposed to be in love with each other, who have been dancing that bone of my own flesh of my own flesh, she shall be called woman. And the man is so excited about that relationship. The woman chooses to be deceived. She sees the fruit, she desires, she demands it, and she takes it, she eats it. And that is exactly what happens in the world today. The things we see, we desire. You see, desire is when you allow what you see to captivate you. What captivates you is not necessarily what you need to have. So there is the idea, the attitude, the I desire attitude, the I demand attitude, the I take attitude, the takers mentality. We are in this relationship, but we think that we can always just take in, and the other person should always be the one who is giving. Love demands that we lay ourselves down for the other person. The right part of expectations is where we choose to empathize. I empathize with you, and so therefore I will serve you. I affirm you, therefore I will support you. I appreciate you because I love you. You see, friends, we have to go beyond selfish desire and become other people focused. Remember in 1 Corinthians 13, when you're talking about love, it says love is patient. See, many of us have known love to be just a feeling or things this great attraction we have about each other. But then the Bible defines it differently. He says, no, love is patient. So I believe this. You need to be with an impatient person for you to learn patience. You need to be around an impatient environment for you to learn to be patient. Love is kind. You need to be around unkind people for you to learn kindness. You can't learn kindness with kind people. It's very difficult. I mean, you don't have any taste that helps you to grow your muscle of love. You know, it does not envy. It does not boast. It's not proud. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It doesn't not keep a record of wrong. So you can have a partner who is always making you angry or desiring to make you angry, but you choose not to be angry. So basically, love is a choice we make in the midst of things that would want us to act differently. It doesn't delight in evil. It protects, it trusts, it perseveres. You know, the other scripture says it endures. Love never fails. So we need to be in the place where we know and understand that love is not what we always think it is. Love is deeper than that. That when your partner behaves in a manner that is inconsistent with the set values, your love is tested. Your love needs to be real. Your love needs to be genuinely shown out. See, sometimes we are angered by the actions of our partners, and in the end, really, we destroy marriage instead of maturing through the actions of life. So if your partner chooses to annoy you, you may choose to be at peace and say, you know, honey, I think what you're saying is annoying, and I think it's not right for us to walk that road. You can still speak back with civility and with a clear, sound mind. The second thing, other than clarifying, embracing realistic expectations, the second thing is to clarify priorities. Priorities are about what you're going to place first, what is going to be important to you. See, relationships take time and effort. Prioritizing relationships enables us to fulfill both personal agendas and marital agendas. They say that vision is a clear picture of a distant future where you want to take your relationship. The issue here is, what is the picture of your distant future, your preferred future in your relationship? Is your vision clear? The Bible says, without a vision, people perish. So first thing a couple needs to do is to be unified around a vision of what that marriage should look like. What is our marriage going to look like tomorrow, day after, next year, next week? Then what you desire your farm to look like, you plant the seeds now. You keep planting the seeds of what you expect. And then in the near future, the seeds will germinate and you'll begin to see that happen. So what is your preferred future? Are your values known to each other? plant those values, begin to practice those values, begin to live out, state those values. We will respect each other, we will honor each other, we will be this and that to each other. You need to state those values. See, when the vision is clear and the values are known, then compromise is less likely. Compromise is less likely. You see, when we compromise, that means we're not so sure about the values we live by. But I think we need to be so clear about the vision, because when we have a clear vision and the values, then the environment begins to be set by the kind of values that we believe in. And in the end, we are able to live a life that is honoring to God and to each other. So making issues clear really matters. It is important. Yeah, it is important. And I pray that you are going to take this moment to just assure each other of the values you two have and the vision that you live for. And of course, with that, you will help your relationship not to be compromised, right? I will continue in this how to navigate your marriage in the next episode and cover another two things that I believe are important in navigating your marriage. All right? God bless. Bye. Thank you again and again for watching Open Hearts. This is our weekly show trying to talk about relationships. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Please watch, please share, please subscribe, and you know what? This is going to be a great time. In the background, you can hear lovebirds, and you know what? It's all about love. It's all about relationships. God bless you.